I disagree
Yeah,
with women.
let's go back to polygamy.
Yeah, I disagree with women having multiple men because of the instability it causes.
Yeah,
It's less
I agree with you.
likely that there would be harmony in that setup as opposed to one man, multiple women. Although there's also disharmony with that setup too. There's disharmony in both setups, but
Oh,
again, it
but
depends on how
then
you
there
do it.
can be disharmony in the one-on-one setup. So
Yes,
what's
yeah,
the difference?
obviously,
Why do you think
which is
it
what
makes it more harmonic?
because there's fewer pieces involved, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's
well that makes sense. But
yeah.
again,
Mm.
the it's it's been
Mm.
proven by multiple occasions that there are
Yeah,
like
obviously,
millions of
yeah,
families absolutely dysfunctional.
yeah, 50% divorce rate. I mean, on all that, right? Uh, but here's the thing: from an Islamic perspective, the key principle is egalitarianism,
And
and
what is that? Can you explain that?
so being equal, treating things equally, right? Early, right? So the
Okay.
can the man treat all the women fairly and equally? Does he have the capacity to treat them fairly and equally, not just financially, but emotionally, psychologically? Can he, not really exactly like favor women and so on? He
Okay.
although having favorites is a kind of natural thing, but can he
Absolutely.
treat them all equally, and give each equal time, equal resources, and things like that. So one wife doesn't have
This
less.
is
Mhm.
this is a very murky ground, man, because I mean,
Exactly,
you can
exactly.
absolutely measure equalness in terms of bank account, and money. There you can measure equalness because you, as a man, you can provide for women equally. But there is no way you can measure equality on the spiritual level, on the
E-
involvement
e-
and etc.
exactly. So it is precisely for that reason why I said that the spirit of Islam would suggest that the ideal is one woman because of the maybe the virtual
By,
impossibility
by
of actually providing that egalitarianism. Because of that impossibility to be really fully just with that, it would be easier to have one
yeah,
because of the increased likelihood of
no,
injustice. Even though it's
yeah,
allowed.
of course
Mm,
there'll be injustices. But at the same time, it depends. But there are so many angles you can look at it because you can have a favorite, but then that favorite can fall out of grace with you, and you can,
or fall out
move on
favor
to
with
the
you.
next one.
Fall out favor, yeah, fall out
Yeah,
of
fall out
favor.
of favor. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, and so it's there's a timeline, and there is really no way, and I really want to point that out that it's a very murky ground, and it's very hard to measure, and there is no way this can be measured. And so the only way to measure this would be money.
I mean that's
If
the
you pay
most obvious,
equally,
right? Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
and that's the only one.
yeah. I mean, by and large, I think practically speaking, the way they do it in Islam is it is like financial resources and like physical resources. So like each woman is entitled to
Yeah,
a separate room that's hers, right? Each woman is
right.
entitled to a certain amount of time for that woman, and each woman is entitled to the clothes and the resources that she needs to take care of the children that she has and with the man. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that's
No.
all there.
Yeah, that's
Right, obviously, right? But yeah, yeah, they're not necessarily entitled to their own house. It's more like they're entitled to their own room, right? So that's
yeah.
so you could technically live with multiple women in one household, but
Or
they each should
their
at
own
least have their own
shed.
room. Yeah, their own room or their own shed. Um,
Anyway,
but
but do you
what's
do you think that in the modern world, though, where there's so many, which is so much different from what was there when all these concepts were conceived, do you think that even this only idea that it's so different, it probably calls for a change or for a reform in the whole concept of that?